In the headlines, suspected hoodlums set INEC office ablaze in Enugu. Saudi authorities extend landing permits for Narcon operation to July 6. Federal government says international oil companies' divestments pose threat to Nigeria's oil sector. And on the foreign scene, 6 killed, others missing after Italian Alps glacier collapse. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Darshan Hussaina Usman. And now the news in detail. The Independent National Electoral Commission Office of Igboeze North Local Government Area of Enugu State has been razed by arsonists. The office, situated at the council's headquarters in Ogurute, was set on fire late Sunday night and the affected building was razed to the ground. Witnesses say that the State Fire Service, which has an office at Ogurute, could not move in to save the situation until security was provided. The only thing the 2 fire trucks from Nsukka and Ogurute were able to do was to prevent the fire from spreading to nearby offices. Igboeze North and its neighboring Igboeze South local government areas had been under attack recently by gunmen suspected to be affiliated to the indigenous people of Biafra. In response to the attacks, the state government has imposed a 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew and has banned commercial motorcyclists in the affected local government areas. The Presidential Amnesty Program said it has revoked the training contract it awarded to a firm from Niger Delta ex-agitators in its novel Train, Employ and Mentor scheme over breach of the agreement. This is contained in a statement signed by the Special Advisor Media to the Interim Administrator, Colonel Milan Dikio, retired. He said the termination followed an allegation by a group that the company diverted funds it received from the Presidential Amnesty Program. He said the Amnesty Office had also activated its internal mechanism to retrieve the money it paid to the firm through a performance bond provided by the company. The General Authority for Civil Aviation in Saudi Arabia has extended landing permits of Nigerian Hajj carriers from July 4th to July 6th. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria Assistant Director, Public Affairs Division, Fatima Usara, made this known in a statement on Monday in Abuja. She explained that the extension is necessitated by excessive flight cancellations and flight delays. She revealed that a total of 13 flights were cancelled, with another 52 delayed takeoffs, 7 of which are in 2 digits, with the highest being 24 hours delay. Usara reiterated that no pilgrim would be left behind as long as that individual has valid travel documents. She appealed to intending pilgrims to remain calm and prepared for onward conveyance for the 2022 Hajj. Meanwhile, some intending pilgrims from Bida local government area of Niger State will not perform this year's Hajj as the area pilgrims officer Umar Ndagana has failed to remit millions of naira paid into his account. Secretary of the Niger State Pilgrims Welfare Board, Omar Lapai, who confirmed the incident, said that a committee has been set up to investigate the allegations. He said about 150 intending pilgrims paid into the pilgrims' officer's personal bank account as directed by him, instead of paying into the official designated account domiciled in Jaiz Bank. Lapai also explained that if the allegations were found to be true, the official involved will not be allowed to travel, adding that the board will not take responsibility for money paid into individuals' accounts. Board of Trustees of the People's Democratic Party has set up a reconciliatory committee to meet with Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State over the fallout of the party's presidential primary and crisis trailing the nomination of a running mate. Chairman of the party's Bat Walid Jibril, who made the announcement in a statement on Sunday, said the visit to Governor Wike will take place immediately after Atiku and the PDP national chairman, Iyorchia Ayu, return to the country from their vacation abroad. Jibrin described Governor Wike as a very responsible and obedient PDP member who assisted tremendously in building the party to its present status. He appealed to party members in Rivers not to leave the party and shunned comments aimed at reducing and running down the party. The committee is to be headed by the party's presidential candidate and a former vice president, Atiku Abubakar, and has 13 PDP governors as members. Presidential candidate of New Nigerian People's Party, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, says he's disappointed with the handling of security challenges in the country by military. Kwankwaso speaks with newsmen in Gombe, where he also raised concern over the deplorable condition of education in the country. Ibrahim Ismail reports.
Kwankwaso visits Gombe State to open an NNPP office ahead of the 2023 general elections. Speaking in an interview, the two-term governor of Kano State said the country's educational sector is destroyed.
Nobody is happy except very few people. Less than 1% of the people of this country are the ones that are happy. Even then, they must feel guilty if they have any concerns. They have to feel that something is wrong, and everybody knows something is wrong, ranging from the economy to the issue of security. And putting these two together have destroyed everything, especially the issue of education. Nobody is talking about education. And Kwankwaso believe very much on education. If you ask me what is my priority, the priority of Kwankwaso, I will tell you is education, education, and education. And that's what we proved in Kano. And that's what we will do if we have an opportunity. Measures to ensure security of lives and properties. You see, as former Minister of Defense, I've been terribly disappointed by what we are having today. Our military, and I believe they are still the best in Africa.
The governorship candidate of the NNPP in Gombe State, Hamisu Mailantarki, said his party is ready to address the country's problems.
Of Gombe, they all know, they are watching what is happening in Nigeria. You look at the history of the presidential candidate of our party, that is our party leader, Engineer Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. When he was a governor in Kano, his policies are, things that every Nigerian, not only Kano one, every Nigerian is proud of. He ran the government for 2 consecutive terms without borrowing money from any bank or any institution. And he was able to be the, part of the few people that perform very, very well. Look at the infrastructure, look at the bridges, look at every aspect of the life that he touched in Kano State, especially the youth, the scholarship education. He gave hope to hopeless.
This is the first time the NNPP presidential candidate Rabiu Kwankwaso is visiting Gombe since he clinched the party's presidential ticket. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
The All Progressives Congress APC faithfuls in Rivers State have welcomed the party's former presidential aspirant and immediate past Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, back to the state. The former minister, who was on his first visit to the state after losing the APC presidential ticket to Bola Tinubu about 4 weeks ago, said he is making efforts to reconcile all aggrieved members of the party in the state. Amechi urged APC members to go to their various wards and mobilize ahead of the 2023 governorship election.
Amechi urged APC members to go to their various wards and mobilize ahead of the 2023 governorship election in the state.
All those who are afraid of election and they want to go to court to remove people's names, why are they afraid of election? I thought they are popular. Yeah. We will test ourselves in the election. It will be total arrogance to just sit at home and think you will win. Trust the courts. Trust the courts. Justice will be done. Don't be afraid. Go home and work. Our job is to do what? That's why I came. I came to thank you. I came to urge you to go home and work. Let all of us be unit leaders. No more local government leader, no ward leader. If you check INEC is no longer announcing what result. They are announcing what?
On the alleged 96 billion naira involving the fraudulent sale of assets of the state, Amechi stated that based on judgment of the Supreme Court, the state government needs to take the report of the panel that investigated the matter to the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, for a fair hearing.
The thing that was done transparently. There was an agency called the Public Procurement Agency, and all those things passed through. I hope that the governor has good lawyers. The Supreme Court said in their judgment, when they said he has powers to set up a panel, and that the panel, the job of the panel is to gather information. That after they have finished gathering information, that they will pass the information to either ICPC, police, or EFCC. The police has not invited me. ICPC has not invited me. EFCC has not invited me.
We have won. Why have we won? Number one, at the grassroots, we are number one. Number two, on every ballot, we are number one. Number three, we serve a God that is number one. APC, take position.
For your reassurance, here is the man who laid the foundation for whoever is who in the current political dispensation in Rivers State. Whether you are for APC or PDP, he laid the foundation. I am a witness.
The former presidential aspirant said he is not aware of any alleged move by the APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu to reconcile him and a chieftain of the party in the state, Senator Magnus Abe.
Daughter of the woman killed by bandits in Bauchi State has given a touching account of how the gunmen brutally killed her while attempting to avert abduction of her son. Halima Muhammad, who described her 52-year-old mother, Maryam Muhammad, as a heroine, told Trust TV that the bandits struck their community, Sabon Gari Jada, in Al-Kaleri local government area, shooting sporadically. The report.
She said the gunmen numbering 11 entered their house trying to kill her brother by shooting at him, and they didn't succeed, but decided to take him away. The victim resisted. Halima said her mother took a pestle from the kitchen and fearlessly confronted the armed bandits to let go of her son. The bandits attacked our house on Monday at around 12 a.m. So my mother heard the bandits planning on how they would kill her son. Upon hearing this, she ran out with a pestle to help my brother. After some struggling with the bandits, they shot her dead. The bandits were 11 in number. Eventually, Halima's mother succeeded in breaking the arm of one of the bandits, who shot her before fleeing the scene. Council chairman of Al-Kaleri local government area, Yusuf Garba, said the bandits infiltrated the state through neighboring communities in Plateau and Taraba states. He said they attacked and killed 4 persons in some communities in Bauchi. The state governor, during a sympathy visit, charged citizens to join hands with security agencies and the government to prevent bandits from operating in any part of the state. According to the people of the area, the bandits came with heavy weapons. They appeal to the state government to provide security outposts in the area to prevent reoccurrence of the attack.
You're watching Trust News Update. Coming up after the break, migrant women farmers in Niger State. Do stay with us.
Every patriotic Nigerian should hear this. Any politician who means well for the people will never allow themselves or their supporters to engage in any violent, destructive activities. No politician who truly wants to serve the people and develop the nation will encourage his followers to destroy properties or take human lives before, during, or after the elections. The Nigerian public must watch out for these traits and isolate any politician who encourages supporters to engage in violence. No genuine politician or patriot will cause trouble and seek to destroy the very society which they aspire to lead or develop. Politicians who have the good of the people at heart will not allow themselves or their followers to engage in violence, destruction of properties, and then taking of lives. Be vigilant. By their words you shall know them. Shun violence. Stay away from politicians who want you to do so. Let's join hands to make the 2023 elections peaceful. This message is from the National Orientation Agency, NORA.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Let's take a look at some of our top stories. We told you that suspected hoodlums set INEC office ablaze in Enugu. We also heard that Saudi authorities extend landing permits for Narcon operation to July 6. In other news, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has confirmed the alleged raping of a 2-year-old girl by 2 suspects in Yauri local government area of Kebbi State. The public relations officer of the Corps, DSC Akim Adeyemi, who confirmed the incident to newsmen in Birnin Kebbi, said the case was brought to the command from Yauri local government area. Adeyemi said 2 suspects have been arrested in connection with the rape, but investigation is still ongoing and will be followed to its logical conclusion. Meanwhile, the victim has been transferred to Kalgo Medical Center for necessary treatment and medication. The notion that only men work as laborers in farms have been punctured by an encounter with a group of women from Kebbi State who have worked as laborers in Niger State over the years. Our correspondent, Abubakar Akoti, who encountered this group of 8 women, completes the report.
It is said that what men can do, women may do even better. This group of married women work as hired laborers on farms belonging to men, including that of the former head of state, General Abdulsalami Abubakar. They travel from Kebbi State alongside their husband to settle in Sabon Daga village, about 40 kilometers outside Minna, the Niger State capital. Formed into a group of 8, the group leader, a 50-year-old Adiza Dambaba, said they travel kilometers to make ridges, wheat farms, and plant crops for a pay.
Farming has always been our pride. We are from Birnin Kebbi, and we are being called here to work on this farmland.
These women say they did not want to leave the family responsibilities on their husbands alone, hence the need to go out to look for money to support their families where necessary.
If I don't help my husband, who will I help? The reason why we are doing this is to help our husbands and children.
Abubakar Akote, Trust TV, Minna.
Returning commercial motorcycle operators of Adamawa origin have made a passionate appeal to the state government to urgently intervene and provide both palliative and long-term employment for them. The distraught operators made the appeal upon arrival in the state following the ban on their operations in the Lagos state government. Silas Lawan caught up with them as they disembarked at Hayangada in Gire local government area of the state. The report.
In May 2022, the Lagos state government banned the use of motorcycles in 6 local governments, and after it set on an earlier effort at regulating activities in 2020 had not yielded desired results more than 2 years on. The enforcement commenced on 1st of June with the state government crushing motorcycles during enforcement. These operators of Adamawa origin after several days on the road, have managed to move down what is left of their motorcycles and businesses home. It's not matter of collecting money, but vote for a productive leader. It's for the future of our children. The situation in Lagos now is worse. Anytime we go out with our motorbikes to work, our people will be arrested for one offense or the other. For those not working, who just stay idle and spend the little money they have with them. We are calling on the government to create enabling environment to make us contribute our own quota towards the nation building. This development has further highlighted the urgent need for various state governments to focus more attention on creating an enabling environment for citizens to engage in profitable business activities.
All right, moving on to more stories. Bulldozers from the Federal Capital Development Authorities have rolled on MAP Global Junction in Katana area of Gwarimpa and are demolishing structures. The authorities say they had given residents notice since last year and had served them a reminder only a month ago. Trust TV's Madia Omar is on ground to give us details. Hello, Madia. Thank you for joining us on News Update.
Thank you, Darshan. Currently, just like you said, I'm on ground at the MAP Global Junction around Karsana in Gwarimpa, in the Federal Capital Territory. A lot of massive demolition is going on around here, and the FCPA and the dozens of security agents from the civil defense, the police, the military, and even the road safety, because activities around this area has been grounded. There's a lot of traffic around here due to the demolition. Okay. So speaking to some of the residents around here that were affected by the demolition, they claim they were not given any form of notices. But when we spoke to Harata, which is the coordinator of the demolition going on right now, he made us understand that there were notices that have been flying around, houses have been masked, and we actually saw some of the masks on the buildings before they were pulled down. That this masks have been there since 2 years ago. There was a reminder, written reminder last year. And then in May this year, 17th of May precisely, there was another notice deep. The MAP Global Estate here in Gwarimpa. And, nothing was done until they had to wait till today when the demolition finally came upon them.
Moving on, we have in business, federal government says divestments by international oil companies from the Nigerian oil and gas sector is a threat to the industry. Chief Executive Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, Gbenga Komolafe, disclosed this at the gala dinner of the Independent Petroleum Producers Group in Abuja, which had the theme IOC divestment, Nigeria's energy security, and the role of IPPG in the new dawn. In his keynote address, Komolafe said the commission is not oblivious of the threat posed by the development of the Nigerian hydrocarbon industry by the divestment of the IOCs. He challenged indigenous oil producers to see that the IOC's divestments as an opportunity for Nigerian firms operating in the space to take advantage of the development. Burundi's ambassador to Nigeria, Marie-Jeanne Ntakiru Timana, has urged Nigerians to stand united to effectively defeat terrorism. Ntakiru Timana made the call during the commemoration of the 60th anniversary of Burundi in Abuja. The envoy said that unity of citizens was critical to ending the menace posed by insecurity. She said Burundi is one of the safest countries in Africa now and is willing to share its expertise with Nigeria to combat terrorism.
Nigeria is a sister country to Burundi. Burundians are ready to come to help Nigeria to get security in our country, because Nigeria got issues like what we had, but for our country to avoid those issues, we get united Yeah. So I called Nigeria also to be united. To be united in your diversity. Yeah. Diversity is a strength for a nation. Yeah. And to try to be united, to take one another in hand, and to fight together. Yeah. The country puts many efforts in the agriculture sector because we have embraced the country which has many opportunity in agriculture.
On the foreign scene, rescuers have resumed a search for survivors after an avalanche set off by the collapse of the largest glacier in the Italian Alps killed at least 6 people and injured 9 others. 16 people are estimated to still be missing on Monday, as authorities said they did not know the total number of climbers hit when the glacier collapsed Sunday on Marmolada, the highest mountain in the Italian Dolomites. The avalanche is thought to have swept away 2 rope teams of 6 people each, plus their guides. 4 of the 6 victims have been so far identified. Authorities said 3 of them were Italian citizens, while a 4th was a Czech national. Among the missing are Italian, German, and Romanian nationals. Italy's Prime Minister Mario Draghi expressed deep sorrow for the victims and extended his condolences to their families in a statement shared by his office. With this, we've come to the end of Trust News Update. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Darshan Hussaina Usman. Thanks for watching.